Since their launch in 2015, Snowy River Caravans have been going from strength to strength. Now they're best known for one major attribute, and that is value for money. And we've awarded them 2 wins at Caravan of the Year for best value for money. But there's another attribute that stands out, and that's construction. So let's start there. All Snowy River vans are built using Alopex 32mm one-piece fiberglass composite walls and roof of the same XPS foam core panel. There is a welded aluminium box section frame inside the walls, effectively framing the important bits around the windows, doors and AC. Plus it provides cable routing for power and switches. The chassis features a 6-inch A-frame with a 4-inch riser, which might have you thinking this is some brutish off-roader that is hard to get in and out of. But it's not. Riding on Torsen independent rubber suspension, it sits at what I think is a great height for light off-road work and a nice low step, making entry and exit safe and easy. This style of manufacturing is growing in popularity because of its excellent thermal and sound deadening properties. With a van like the SRC-24, you don't need to rely on as much heating or cooling to stay comfortable inside, and at night it's so well sound deadened you'll sleep beautifully. Inside there is a Bel Air AC unit. Now this van does not have a second battery. It comes with one as standard, which means you cannot run the AC off-grid. You will need to be plugged into mains or a genset. Now when you are plugged into some offshore power, there are GPOs littered throughout the van, so you'll be able to run any appliance you want. If you were off-grid though, I would expect with the 360 watts of solar on the roof and the 100 amp hour of lithium that you should easily get 4 days, perhaps a week, before you're worried about power. That's running just the 174 litre fridge, all the LED lights and charging some phones. Charging is taken care of by Projector. There is a system that will take up to 15 amps feed in, plus solar, that 360 watts on the roof, and from the Anderson plug on your vehicle for a combined charge rate of up to 30 amps. So you could easily see the battery recharged in about 3 to 4 hours. So that's part of the way that Snowy River Caravans keep their vans so affordable. They're simple, they're what we know, and they're reliable. But what about this layout? The rear lounge, centre ensuite and front bedroom is my favourite layout for vans over 21 feet. It can work in slightly smaller vans, but with a van as long as this 24, you get perfection, a second kitchen bench and a wide split bathroom. The hot water system is by Fagati, an instant gas system that we know is simple and reliable. And there is space for 2 9-kilo gas bottles, and with a gas only feeding the hot water and stove, you shouldn't need to swap a bottle more than every few weeks. Water capacity is great for a caravan designed to spend most of its time at holiday parks. It totals 190 litres, and you can option on a grey water tank. The kitchen has a full height pantry split into 3 drawers with good overhead storage. I like where the microwave is placed too. It's a lot safer to have it under your chest height in case you drop anything hot. The rear club lounge is a standout for entertaining or relaxing, and the front bedroom has the space you need to sneak to the toilet after lights out. The mattress is queen-sized, inner sprung with a pillow top on top. A standout feature and a thing I love is good ventilation in a caravan, and the SRC-24 does it exceptionally well. We've got a front window, windows down both sides, and a hatch at the back where you are. Now, the elephant in the room, is this the best value 24-footer for sale today? We'll answer that shortly, but first, how does it tow? The SRC-24 is a little narrower than locally made vans of the same size. That's because of size limits and shipping. It's about 100mm narrower than you'd expect with a 2.39 metre width. It's a decent height at just over 3 meters, and at 8.8 meters long overall, it probably suits someone that has towed a bit before, as parking it is either a 2-person job or you'll need to rely on the factory fitted camera. Weight-wise, it's impressive. As you'd expect, it has an ATM of 3,500 kilos, but with a tier not much over 2,500 kilos, it has a payload of almost a ton. And don't forget, it doesn't carry a huge amount of water, so that is a hugely usable payload for things like e-bikes and all of your home away from home gear. We're towing it with one of our favorite double cab utes, the Isuzu D-Max, and this one is an LSU Plus with a host of factory fitted options, from the excellent extendable Clearview mirrors to the snorkel and the full towing suite out back. Now retail for this ute is almost 80 grand, which is a relatively big pill to swallow for a D-Max, but I'll tell you what, it tows a dream and it's ridiculously good on fuel. I'm not kidding, I've seen less than 16 litres per 100 towing that 24-foot van with this D-Max. The SRC-24 can be had for well under 80 grand. This one beside me, 77.5. Now with a couple of options, like say leather inside, perhaps a second battery, you can still keep it under 80. Now that's going to be hard to beat. A quick look online for some competitors using the same style of build methodology and the same relatively basic fit out, you're still over 100 grand. So 25, 35 grand less. This is going to be hard to beat. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed our review or you think we missed a thing or two, let us know in the comments below, and subscribe for more caravan reviews and tow tests.